Welcome back to the channel. Promise video. So we have a Audi RS5 on the left in black, and we have a S4 on the right in white. Two of us, so two mechanics
again.
And two cars
again.
And one of them is basically precaution repair, and there's a bit of a problem with the coolant leak and some signs of low coolant.
Yes, apparently it's disappearing somewhere. We find little small pot under the car after 2 days standing here over the weekend. So we will find out, hopefully.
Yeah, we have to take the covers off and see if it's actually physically leaking or it was there before. We don't know. But the owner told us he was stopping some coolant, so we definitely have to get to the bottom of it. We also have a problem on the exhaust on the rear box. The motor on the flap is actually removed because it was seizing up, and it's still seized up.
Not actual motor, actually the flap is seized
up.
Yeah,
so mechanical flap is not good. So we'll see. Maybe it's repairable, maybe we need new exhaust. We don't know yet. And then the white team S4, that's a bit of a different story, unfortunately. So this one I've done 32,000 miles. And there's a very bad mechanical noise and very bad mechanical failure. We have a low compression on number 2.
Yes, low compression number 2. Apparently the car was a little bit modified. It got really hard life. Absolutely doesn't matter. We just guessing so far what could potentially happen. We will see when we strip it down fully. And we will find out some maybe missing parts, maybe some parts which shouldn't be displaced somewhere.
Well, let us show you why we're concerned, like what happened over there and why it happened just when we have two very similar engines running next to each other. So this is a fully running engine, RS5. That sounds good. Now start your one. So this is the reason why we concern a bit why and what might happen, because number 2 cylinder is right here, and that has a low compression, and this is how the engine sounds. Yeah, you can hear it poof poof poof, and also magic. Okay. So Mirko, what are you saying about the healthy noise from the rockets?
Considering the mileage, it's really bad, actually.
You know what people will say now, it's under warranty.
It's under warranty, yes.
We have a bit of a limited budget on this one, so maybe, we don't know. Yeah, I mean, we are guessing that the rock arms maybe failed.
Really wants to see what's going on, because not even this customer but other people have exactly the same problems.
Oh yeah, we actually have a guy in Manchester now who's running stage 3, and he's waiting for us to actually remove the engine and tell him what's going on. Yeah, because everybody is like, you know, what's going on, because one guy is in Manchester, and we have another guy who actually called us, and I told them we have the car on the run now, so we have to strip it down. So the only way how to find out, we will put loads of tools in the middle, and we will somehow together we'll remove both of the engines. We can actually do a comparison with S4 engine and RS5 engine once it's out. We will see all the small details and difference between two amazing cars, and yeah, we will be working somehow together. So yeah, let's drop the engine down, yeah, and we will see what's going on. See you next time. Inevitable happened. Guess what? Both of the engines out. Mirko, are you happy with today's progress?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. As you can see, we have both engines out. It took us a couple of days.
1 week.
1 week minimum. Yeah, it was really good challenge. Me and Thomas, I really enjoyed it. You will see maybe short footage video. We would like to show you some small comparison between actually RS engine, which is DEC from in this case, and between the S4 engine, which is CWGA.
Should be.
CWGA.
It says so, so it should be.
We have typical S4 single turbo setup on the top, so we have obviously one exhaust, one intake. It's much more easier. We have air-to-air intercooler on this one. As you can see, we can also talk about the exhaust. Yeah, this is probably about 2.2 inch or 2.5 inch max. Yeah, basically it's divided to two sides. We was talking about the brakes also. Yeah, Thomas can show us.
This is a massive difference, you know.
Yeah.
When you own in a S4, S5, it's basically massive difference. Yeah, this brake caliper have S,
Yeah.
and the RS have an RS.
Exactly same 6-spot calipers, exactly same diameter.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure if there was actually option for the ceramic ones.
probably, maybe if you are really in a budget.
Yeah, well, this one even don't have a DRC. It does have a sport diff, I think. This one should. Oh yeah, this one have a sport diff, but the S4 don't have a sport diff. I think so. Nope. Very poor. Okay. Well, so if you like Audi enthusiastic and you want to get the RS model, basically what you're getting is a wide body, one extra turbo, and less 20 grand in your pocket.
Oh yes. And actually, you can get better power in the S4 than the RS5.
Yeah, well, that should be 450 standard,
Something like that.
and this is 350. So, well, I mean, we can't really see too much difference. Obviously, the compression ratio is different, I think.
Yes.
Left to right.
This one should be the bigger compression ratio. This one should be smaller compression ratio. Is actually 2.9. I think the diameter of the pistons will be the same, but the lift will be a little bit more higher. That's my opinion. So for any other than tuning purpose, yeah, the 3 liter is much better. 2.9s are a little bit more restricted about this. Of course, much more complicated design about the intercooling side. Yeah, is water to air intercooler. Yeah, which is going on this side. There is water intercooler is going back to the engine.
Yeah,
to the throttle.
well, the S4 have it to the left, single. This one have it to the right, double, and then go into the single. And we have this beautiful air to water cooler, and then it's going into the big cooler in the front. So, I don't know. What do you think about that conception? You know,
To be honest, as I said, yeah, S4 and S5 is winning this battle all day long. Yeah, yeah, it is RS. Yeah, it is wide body. Yeah, it's much nicer, yeah, than the SEs. But from my point of view, 2 turbos, yeah, 2 more hassles. Yeah,
well,
even for mechanics, even for owners, yeah, much more money. And also, as we mentioned, yeah, tunable options, yeah, from my side, yeah, always S4 wheeling, always S5s.
even the throttle body actually have the same diameter, same part number. So basically, from here to the intake is all the same. Coolant system is almost the same.
It is the same, exactly same.
Yeah, even this pipe from this side is basically coming out, but this one have extra cooler on the passenger side. That one doesn't have it.
Have it as well. You
No, I think it's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
This one don't have it. Yeah, there's nothing there, empty.
Oh, maybe.
Because you have a intercooler pipe coming through there. Also, we didn't spot any oil leaks, coolant leaks. Both of them are quite dry. I mentioned in the previous video, what do you think about the arms? But I think this is like ready to be replaced. This is 32 and this is 50 or 47 or 57. I don't know. Well, this is the state of the arms. We have to figure out why the coolant level was low all over, or what happened. We will check the cooler for the turbos, and we will start stripping this engine first, because that's the non-issue engine.
Yes.
So this should be like...
just a service?
Yeah, well, expensive service. And the other one will be surprise, surprise everybody. So we will start with this one, then we will jump on the other one. We will compare the healthy engine and the damaged engine and see what happened and explain why it happened and so on and so on and so on. So Mirko, we need tools again. We need 35 minutes to strip him down. 35 minutes, 45 minutes?
I told you not saying anything about the times.
Okay, so we will be working 2 weeks to strip one engine.
Actually, 6 o'clock we're closing the garage, so we go home. So we see you tomorrow.
6 o'clock is like afternoon shift. Let's start it. So the engine is stripped down and we finally get to the rock arms now. We took the camshaft adjusters off and we can finally have a look what's going on. And what's going on, first of all, we did actually find out what the coolant is missing. So far Audi have 100% efficiency. The cooler is leaking again, so that gotta be replaced. As you can tell, there's coolant in the intake and there's also coolant behind the throttle body. So definitely it will need replacing. When you're asking for the rock arms that we are replacing them for no reason, well, I'm not sure if you will see it, but this one is already seizing up and the rollers inside are moving left to right, so I think they already have like a cut on the rollers, and this one is definitely not spinning freely. So that was one on this side, and I think there was one. Yeah, this one is seizing up as well. Probably you will not hear the noise like it's clicking inside. So yeah, this was like really close call, I would say. Probably a few thousand miles and a few of them will fail and then some more damage. So we will finish up the top of the heads now. Miros already start unpacking everything here. The top of the cylinder heads with the camshaft, you can see they're nice and shiny. There's no damage. New rock arms are having a lovely spa for the weekend. And for the cylinder heads we will replace these gaskets which are already here, these two, left and right. We also have new valves and bolts together for the camshaft adjusters, new oil filter, new intake gasket, another intake gasket, vacuum pump gasket, some coolant O-rings, top sliders, intake gasket. These O-rings are for the cups for the end of the camshaft, gasket for the PCV and the oil cap. Two new tensioners as a prevention. While we're there, we will replace them. Camshaft adjusters, well, I think these looks quite good, unless the intake ones. The exhaust ones again have a bit of marks from the chain. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's not that bad, so again we don't have to replace them actually. And yeah, we have to clean up the cylinder heads top and the bottom of the cylinder heads from all the silicone, replace the gaskets, and then we will fit the new rock arms and we start putting back together. And afterwards we will start stripping this bad boy down, so stay tuned. Gotta pull. Pull! So we gotta continue. Not enough air power. Oh, stark. Okay. And no problem. We strip everything down. The cylinders are already gone. We will show you probably in the next video when they will be back from the machine shop what was actually the problem. But so far it will be a secret. And as you can tell, yeah, there was quite loads of bits to actually remove the cylinder heads, but it's done. But meanwhile, let's get back to something we can actually finish in this video at least. So meanwhile, Miroslav is working on the RS5. The upgraded rock arms are already installed, as you can tell. And he also cleaned up the top of the cylinder heads. This is all degreased, so the top of the heads can actually go back on. And we still have to do the carbon cleaning. We still have to replace the water pump. And if you will have a look inside, you can probably tell there's a coolant. So, as we mentioned on the beginning of the video, Audi have so far 100% efficiency when the cooler is actually leaking into the intake. So this is second car out of two what have the problem. So we can call it now as a common problem, Mirko? Yeah. Panic, everybody start panicking. So yeah, unfortunately we don't have the cooler, and the owner don't even want to go for a new standard cooler. He wants to get some upgraded one, which I think is from RS6, but I'm not sure. Or maybe it's really similar one, is definitely bigger and is upgraded. So that will be a future job. But right now we will continue what everything what we have a deal on. And later on, hopefully, the engine will be back into the car and we will be able to start it up. So Mirko, what happened?
Oh man, this is disgusting.
You made the carrot soup.
This is actually really disgusting,
I think this was leaking quite badly. Even replacing water pump is not really straightforward job, because this pipe is screwed to the water pump and then it's going in there and it's going in the cylinder head, and the other one is going down there and it's connected over there. So obviously this is actually more labor than the whole engine. Okay guys, so the engine is finished. Mirko, you happy with it?
Yes, looks good.
So if you're asking for a warranty, yeah, we provide warranty on parts what we replaced. We don't really provide warranty on the internals, especially after what you've seen when the coolant was getting in. So we don't know what's going on the pistons and so on and so on.
It will look really nice inside as well, so it's just from the outside
Like muddy.
Of the walls, yeah, behind the walls will be the same condition probably, yeah, so
we'll see. Yeah, I mean the turbos have obvious sort of sign that the coolant was burned. Yeah, you're gonna put it back into the vehicle. Hopefully it will start with no issues, and then just all it needs is tracking and fill up the aircon, and we're gonna call up the owner so it's ready for collection. So let's put it in. so the RS5 left the house and we still have few things to do here. So the S4 is still on the ramp. In the next video we will be talking more what we actually find, what was the damage, what's the solution, maybe why it happened, we have to figure out. But we're waiting for some parts for that. Meanwhile, S5 on the ramp, there's another B8 waiting for timing change, there's a B7 with low compression, and so on and so on and so on. If you're actually wondering on the test drive why there was a limp mode on the RS5, so basically we've done the flap where you've seen, there was an electrical problem. On the beginning there was a mechanical problem, so the flaps were actually seizing the exhaust from all the coolant. What was burning in the engine was creating more steam, more moisture and even water. Basically when we tilt the exhaust, like 2 or 3 liters of water came out. So that was the whole problem why the exhaust was actually seizing up. When I was driving the car, we plugged everything back on. There were no fault codes, but previously the owner, because of the seized flap, was driving it and was in a limp mode. He basically disconnected the connector. It was just hanging on the back of the car, all the water, whatever gets in, and it was corroded. So that was cleaned up. We plugged it back on, and afterwards it was all good. So there were no more limp modes, and the car was running full power. So that was the RS5, guys. In the next video we will be talking more detail about the S4 B9, what's on the RAM here, and maybe hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So take care.